getting into a lease purchase program. It was supposed to be this amount for the truck and this and that, and they were supposed to be newer equipment. They got roped into a crappy truck, didn't make any money, the payments were way too high, and then when they tried to turn the truck in, then the company said, well, you have to pay us for the whole entire truck. And to this day, they're getting billed for a truck that they got lied to about.
So I'm coming on the boarding planks now, staring down a barrel at point blank range. I'm made for the water, jumping off the ledge, but not before I gets due to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs, blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord forgive me, here I come.
Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to share with you guys some things to watch out for lease purchase programs. If you're lease purchase shopping, there are a few things that you want to watch out for. Now before I move on, I am testing out a brand new lav mic. I have a corded lav mic that I'm testing, so if the audio is a little screwy, we're still trying to critique it here. So anyway, so you want to be a lease purchase driver. What should you look out for? Right off the bat, one thing to look for is a company that will rope you into some long-term deal that you can't get out of. I have heard from so many drivers that have told me stories of getting into a lease purchase program. It was supposed to be this amount for the truck and this and that, and they were supposed to be newer equipment. They got roped into a crappy truck, didn't make any money, the payments were way too high. Things kept breaking. They went in the hole. They couldn't earn a living doing that. And then when they tried to turn the truck in, then the company said, well, you have to pay us for the whole entire truck. And to this day, they're getting billed for a truck that they got lied to about and now can't get out of. So the first thing you want to look for when you're looking at lease purchase is a company that has a walkaway lease program. What is a walkaway lease program? It means if you don't like it, if you're not happy for any reason, you go back in and you say, I'm not happy, here's the keys, take your truck back. That's one reason I came to RTI. Was as soon as I heard they had a walkaway lease program, I realized, okay, they're putting their money where their mouth is. It's like a guarantee. It's like a company that won't do a guarantee, right? If a company tells you, I'm sorry, we have no guarantees and you can't return the product for any reason, and once we have your credit card, we're just going to take your money, you're not going to buy from them. So that was the first thing that caught my eye with RTI, was because they have a walkaway lease program, and the penalty is something like equivalent to your last check type of thing if you walk away. So my thoughts are, any company that's willing to put their money where their mouth is and say, hey, if you don't trust us, try us out. If you don't like us, leave. And turn the truck back in. They have nothing to hide. I love that. Another thing is warranties. RTI offers a bumper-to-bumper warranty on these trucks. So anything that goes wrong, it's covered. Once again, falls under the guarantee category. If a company's offering something like that, then they're being upfront with you and saying, hey, we got your back, you're covered, no worries. We want you to make money, because when you make money, we make money, right? It's good business. Another thing that you really want to watch out for are balloon payments. Companies will rope you into a balloon payment at the end of your lease, and all of a sudden, it's like, well, yeah, the truck can be yours, but you owe us $10,000 right now. Type of thing. Reason I chose RTI was because they have a fulfillment program. If you successfully make all your payments, then at the end of the lease, they give you a fulfillment bonus, which pretty well essentially cancels out that balloon payment. So that's another thing you want to look for, is are they going to rope you into a balloon payment, or are they going to offer some sort of bonus to actually cover that? Another thing, of course, is the terms of the lease and the lease payment. Do they have options for you as a driver, or are you going to get roped into a lease purchase program where you're stuck on the road? Now, you want to stay moving, right? I mean, I want to make money and pay off my truck, right? But at the same time, are you going to be roped into a situation where you're now a slave to the road and you have no options to come home, or else you're going to go flat broke? RTI has 2 lease purchase programs, which is That's what really got my, okay, after Tim Tuttle, one of the RTI commercials, oh my God, I got to meet Tim in some of the filming stuff behind the scenes. I still call him Tim, it's not his real name. But oh my God, he had me rolling with these RTI commercials that they did.
It's me, Tim Tuttle. And I'd always heard that the grass is greener on the other side. And turns out the grass is way greener, but it sure smells different. That's because they use grade A manure. That means poop. That's a whole lot of shit. Literally.
Not all companies are bad. Some are definitely full of shit. That's why I love RTI. They're not anything fancy. They don't oversell what they're doing over there. It's just exactly what they say it is. They have 2 pay options, per week or by the mile. And if you don't run any miles, you don't have any payment. Instead of having some escrow account where you have to save money and hold on to your butt, you just pay 9 cents a mile and everything that's not your fault is covered.
We give it.
And that caught my eye at first, but the second thing that caught my eye was that they have 2 lease payment options. One is a pay by the mile lease, which means you're paying out of the miles that you do drive instead of making a fixed payment each week. The benefit to that is if you want to go home with your family, if you have something come up and you're like, I want to take 4 or 5 days off or whatever, then are you going to get stuck with a fixed lease payment like you would with a lot of companies? On the pay by the mile lease, if you don't drive any miles, then you're not making any payment. So you're not returning back over the road in the negative on your account because all of a sudden you owe thousands of dollars in truck payments when you come back over the road. Another thing with the pay by the mile, I do know from hearing from other drivers who have done the pay by the mile, since the more miles you drive, the more your truck payment is getting paid off. So this one guy claims he was able to pay his truck off in like 2.5 years. Like half the time he was able to pay a whole truck off doing the pay by the mile just because he maintained so many miles. And that is another thing to look for with lease purchase companies is, are you going to get the miles with that company? Because if you get, especially, can you imagine a nightmare scenario? No walkaway option. Once you sign, you're locked in for life, so to speak. And all of a sudden you get to the company and find out they're a crappy company and they don't offer any miles. So whatever you do, whether it's RTI or another company, make sure that they have those warranties. Make sure that you're going to have options to walk away if you're not happy. Because to be honest, only companies that truly have miles and have a solid lease purchase program are going to have those warranties and those options to walk away because they're not worried about you walking away. They know you're going to love it so much you're going to stay, type of thing. If you're interested in coming to RTI, I would definitely recommend it. Now, one thing you will not hear me say is tell them Brittany sent you. If you're new to trucking, that is the biggest red flag of them all because these companies, and RTI does offer a bonus, like referral bonus. So you refer people, they come over, you get a bonus, right? Here's the problem. They're a dime a dozen on the street. You have these drivers come up to you, other drivers, hey, come to my company, it's amazing, and they'll lie through their teeth just to get a bonus. So I'm going to tell you, if you want to put my money where my mouth is, then don't tell RTI that I sent you. No. Don't click the link on the side of this page because it will tell RTI that I referred you. So if you really want to test me, just quietly call RTI and don't say anything. I really say this stuff because I care about you guys and I want to share good companies, good information with you. I'm not doing it for a bonus. So like I said, just don't click the link. Stay away from it. Don't even look at the link. Don't even think about it. Don't even think the word Pink or Brittany. Just secretly call them and then they won't even know.